Great. So yes, we're going to start modeling everything on the 0, 0. This is the most important thing, okay? Yes. The 0, 0, believe it or not, let me show you. The 0, 0 is this right here, okay? 0, 0. But it's that right there. You see where the thick lines intersect? That's the 0, 0. That's the 0, 0 plane. That's where everything should be. Okay? Yes. Let me explain why. The reason why we put everything on the 0, 0 plane and on the ground plane is because when we export it into a game engine, we need it to be flush with what? The world, the floor. Say you model a candle, right? He brings it in. Because every time you export out from Maya and you bring it into Unreal Unity, it uses the 0, 0 point of origin. That becomes your pivot point. That becomes the pivot point of your object. So that means now when a level designer starts putting things in the world, oh, if he wants to put it up on that table, guess what? He can drag it from the floor and it'll snap to the table surface. Right? Because the origin of the pivot point is at the base of the object. Like everything in the world, correct? So, first step 1, or step 2, is that step 2?
Yes.
Step 2, create a cube.
What does the 0, 0 still mean? Is that supposed to be like a kind of icon?
No, the 0, 0 is the world. This is the grid. You see the grid?
Model everything on the world?
No, model everything on the plane, on this grid. Yes, flat plane.
Ah.
And that little point right there, look up. See this little where my mouse is?
Yes.
That's the 0, 0 grid. That's the plane. That's the point of origin where everything is center.
Okay.
Okay? Now, step 2. Shift, right click, poly cube. Okay? And there's a cube in our world. Now if I hit F, F does what?
Focus.
Focus. Write that down. F equals focus. Very good. D does what? Nope. If I just hold down D,
Moves.
nope.
You can move the arrows.
You can move the pivot point.
Exactly.
There you go.
Move the location of the arrows.
So put D equals adjust pivot point. D equals adjust pivot point. Now, / X equals snap to grid / V equals snap to vertex. See, aren't we having a great class already? Right? We're not all over the place. Good. I'm happy today. So, on that note, I'm going to go D, click on the Y arrow, and then as I start to drag the arrow down, I will quickly press V, which will snap it to the base of the cube. Boom. See? So now it's snapped to the base of the cube.
Do you always want to do, like, say for this specifically anyway, do you always want to use the center of it, or would a vertex be just the same?
Snapping it down to, well, yeah, I could use, actually, yeah, I could snap it to a vertex over here, or a vertex over there, or a vertex over here. I'm still going to get the same result. Because now that I have this in place, yes, I can use W, right? And that's my move tool. Right, W equals move.
I think some of us already know the basics.
Yeah, I know, but write them down anyway.
Okay, just saying that I haven't done my already know it. But what move does what?
E equals rotation.
Rotate, and R is to scale.
Very good. Write it down. What does Q do?
Select.
Select. Q equals select. Very good. So, guess what? When we're in component mode and I'm in an object mode, right? I'm in one of these modes like this. You see right over here on the left-hand side, that will represent whatever tool you're in. Okay? Now, if I want to come back out, I'm in object mode. I'm not really in selection mode. Now, anytime you want to get out of a tool, what do? Hit Q. Q will drop all tools. So write Q equals selection, but Q will also drop all tools. So that way, if you're trying to select things, you're like, God damn it, I can't select this. Q. Nice. So I'm going to snap this up onto the ground plane. Okay. Now you see, look, it's the plane or the grid is cutting into the middle of the box. I don't want that. So I'm going to D, V, snap it down. Then I'm just going to hold down what to snap it up onto the grid. X. You just wrote it down. X will snap to the grid. V will snap to any vertex. Okay? There we go. Lovely. How do I get it to where my monitor doesn't look warped? I get this no way. I think this is why Chris brought this back. Because what I see here and what I have up there is different. Okay? All right, good. So now our box is sitting on the floor. All right. The other most important thing that we want to do every time if we're modeling, and this is a modeling class, we want to hold down the space bar, / hotbox controls, / show modeling only. Boom. And you see how we reduce our tools? So it makes it easier for us. Yes? Very good. You three know all this already? Yeah? You good? You know it?
Yes, I do. I know it.
Barely.
I can do that now.
How many times do you have to kick a field goal to become an expert? Once?
Nope, not once. More than
See?
that.
All right.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Right, you got to do it over and over and over. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do here is, yes, we're going to build this cube, this cube into a crate, okay? But what I just want the overall cube as a reference, and then I'm going to start modeling just on one side of it. So what I will do is I will hit Q, select my object, Control D to duplicate. So write down Control D equals duplicate. Control D, and I will move this one over a grid unit, a 2, right there. And I like snapping things to a grid unit. Why?
Make sure everything's symmetrical and even.
Yes. And that means now when I model this new front piece, I know I just got to snap it over to 2 grid units and they align up perfectly. Yeah? So here's a trick for you. Because I only want one side, this is where we start to snap everything to a grid unit, right? Because I only need one side of this, I'm going to snap this over so you can see all the different steps. And let me hide all the tools so you have more screen. Okay. Now, I'm going to select the one on the 0, 0 plane, because that's where I'm always going to model. Why? Because I have something called symmetry when that's on the 0, 0 plane. Okay. Does everybody know what symmetry means? Symmetrical? Yes?
Same components on either side.
Yes, sir. That's right. So, like, say, and symmetry will always behave in a way to where normally it's always based upon the 0, 0 plane. So if I select this guy and I go mirror, oh, this is 2016. Oh, forget that. They fixed it in 2017. It's a lot better, trust me. Every time I demo on 2016, I'm like, wait, okay, stop. No, it doesn't work that way no more. So let me duplicate this. All right, I'll put that there. Now I'm going to select my box and hit F and come right back here again. I only need one side of this. What side do you think I need to model on? The front. It's obvious, right? I don't need to model on the side, the top, the back, or the bottom. So I'm going to select one face, the front face. What step is this? Step 4. Select the front face. Step 4, select the front space. Here's a great selection trick. When you have a face selected, or a vertice selected, or an edge selected, you can invert your selection to have everything else selected. So on that note, I can go Control-Shift-I, and that will select everything else on the model. Control-Shift-I equals invert your selection. Now hit delete. Boom. There we go. Oh. Say it again.
Control-Shift-I.
Control-Shift-I equals what?
Equals selecting all.
No. Invert selection. There you go. Now, I have this plane I have this plane selected. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Briley.
Put down the phone.
No, he's taking notes on his phone. This guy used to work at IT. I worked with him. We've known each other for quite some time. You can pick his brain as well.
He's nicer. So
I'm nicer. He's a lot harder. He does everything from movies, games, 3D sculpts. His sculpts are beautiful. You should see them. All right.
Thanks.
So now that we've got this first plane selected, one of the things I want to do is divide it up evenly into planks. Okay? So if I was to select the edges, so you want to step 5, select both edges on the top and the bottom. See, I'm taking it blank. It's working. It's going great. All right. Now, I want you step 6. Shift, right click, and then / and go down to connect components. You see what that done? That created a subdivision right in the middle. Okay. Say it again? Yes, I can. So we have top edge, the bottom edge selected. Hold down Shift, right click. And actually, instead of connect components, sorry, my mistake, connect tool. And you're going to see the difference here.
Is that the same thing as doing insert edge loop or no?
No, watch this. So you see the screen up there? You see I've got 2 edges selected? Watch this when I go connect tool. Connect tool, let go. See how it says connect segment 1, middle mouse click and drag. And there you go. I've just inserted a row of edge loops that are all even. So that's Shift, right click, scroll down to the very bottom, and that is connect. What did I say? Connect tool? Yeah, connect tool. Okay. Oh, that's better. Glasses on. So that means we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planks in the front of our crate. Now, when you do this tool, hit enter. When you got the segments you like, hit enter, and there you go. We have now 6 segments. Really? Very good. I've got what, 19 minutes left? Wow. Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is, do you think I need to model each plank of this crate? No, I just need one, right? Just need one. So, what I'm going to do is click one, crate step 7, right? Yes. Step 7, select one of the planks, and normally pick the one on the end. It can be on the right side or the left side. Shift, right click, / duplicate faces. Duplicate faces. And then what you want to do is just, once you've hovered over it and it turns blue, let go. And there you go. Hit,
That was shift and right click.
yes.
And duplicate faces.
Yes, sir. And then normally, then you just go out into edit mode, object mode, and then select your one plank. You see there how I've got one plank? Very good. Actually, let me take my Claritin D right quick. I had to stop off at Walgreens to get all this stuff before I came in. Sorry, I know it's very unprofessional.
Hey, bro.
All right. If I can figure out how to open this. It's the worst time of season for me, September. And I used to live down in Austin as well. I used to work for EA. My allergies were so bad down there, the doctor just said, hey, you should just move out of here. And that's when I went to California, EA as well. I just said, forget it, all right, I'm out. All right. So with that one plank selected, guess what we do next? We're going to add some depth to it, correct? So step 8, we're going to extrude the plank. You're going to quickly see the way I model. I model in a way that is, everything is built on flat 2D before I extrude, or I make it 3D. So shift, right click, extrude. I'm going to extrude that out just a little, like the size of a, what they're making with? 2x4s? There's a 2x4 right there. There you go. 2x4. There's a 2x4 plank. Yes. All right. Now, what I'm going to do with this 2x4 is give it a little bit of roundness to the edges. How do you think I do that? Bevel. That's correct. Edge, select, shift, right click, bevel. And then I'll add in the fraction, just leave it at 0.5. And segments, just go 2. That's all you need. 2.
What dimensions?
The fraction was 0.5, and segments are 2. All right, nice. So you can see I've got one plank designed. Now what I want to do is insert a couple of edges in here to support the plank, right? So I can go edge mode, step 9. Edge mode, select component edge. Click on one of the vertical edges, sorry. Now I'm going to show you a different technique for inserting edges. So right down insert edge technique or something. Okay. Now, this way is a lot faster. I'll demo it, and then I'll explain exactly what I just done. So watch up on the screen. I've got one edge selected. Now watch this. See that? 1, 2, 3. So let me undo that. I've got one edge selected where I want my horizontal insert for my edge loop. So I'm going to hold down Control, Shift, Control, right click. Now down in the bottom left corner you will see Edge Ring Utilities. Edge Ring Utilities, and then if you come back to the right side, you're going to say to Edge Ring Split and let go.
Edge ring split or 2 edge ring split?
Edge ring split. And once you have that edge ring in there, you see that edge ring? Don't click off of it, just leave it alone, and then you can just go Control and then go to the right side, Edge Loop Utilities, and do the same exact motion, and you will double it. Okay? You will double it up.
So Control right click again?
Yes, and go to the right side. So the first side is to the left, the second time is to the right.
What was
So,
the
but,
option?
so watch this. Edge ring, utilities, ring that way. Yep. And then edge loop, utilities. Boom, that way. Double. So this means, now watch this. I've got 3 lines going that way. I only need 1 line going up vertically. So now if I want to go up vertically, I just click on that edge right here. You see that? And then I just go, same thing, split. Done. There's my plank. Okay? Very cool. All right. Oh, shit. Sorry, that's my rookie move. Actually, you can't hear it. That's fine. All right. So that's one plank made. Step 9. Are we on step 9?
Step 10.
Step 10. Let's add a foam material to this. So let's right away right click, go into object mode. Okay? Click on the plank itself. Right click, just right click. Assign favorite material / foam. Now let's adjust the color, make it a little bit darker, and adjust the specularity to this and make it a little bit brighter. Now watch what happens if I hit 3. See that? There's a plank. Okay? Watch this. I need these planks to stay in that square, yes? So, now with one built, what I will do is I will snap it down to the corner. So I want to snap it to this corner here, right? Because that way when I duplicate it, I'm snapping it to the next plank. Over, 1 over, 1 over, yes? So, what are we going to do? We're going to hold down what? D and then V. And that's going to allow us to snap. Boom, right there. Okay? Now watch this. If I go Control D one time, and then if I see where the red arrow, see how it highlights yellow? Click on that and then hold down V, snap. Just snapped it. And then what did I do? Thank you. Shift D. Look at that. Perfect. See that? It aligns perfectly. And one of the most important things is what? Even if I've not even subdivided it yet, but look what's happening because of the beveled edges. You see that? We're getting light edges which are creating what? Highlight, shadow. Now watch this. In the viewport, we can switch on shadows, lights, and all that other stuff. But we're just going to, when you model, it's best to switch on ambient occlusion. And now, do you see that? See the difference? What I normally do is I go up here, step 11, at the top of my viewport. Write that down, top of my viewport. I can go into Renderer, Viewport 2.0, click the box, scroll down to Screen Space Ambient Occlusion, and I turn that up to 1.5, and then I hit close, and that way it becomes a lot stronger. Renderer, Viewport 2.0, and then the little box on the side, you want to go into the options. Then scroll down to Screen Space Ambient Occlusion. And what you can do is for ambient occlusion, just abbreviate it, put AO. That's what everyone calls it, AO. AO. And then amount, 1.5. Very nice. Close. There you go. Awesome. Now, the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to build then the front. So with this plank selected on the very end, you want to go Control D and then rotate it 90 degrees. Now, the way you can snap your rotation is you can hold down E and left click, and you will see, say it again? E, yes. And then left click, so you hold the button down, the left click button, and you will get options. You will get a bunch of options for rotation. And you want to go discrete rotation. That means it's going to rotate every 15 degrees. So watch. Snap, 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 snap. There you go. And now I'm going to what? Move. And now I can move it by holding down V and snap it up here. All right. There's the first top. Okay. I can do the same again by doing this. Watch. Duplicate, rotate, and rotate around this way. Come on, you. Damn you. There. There. W. Hold down V and snap. The reason why I spun it is because my pivot point is down in that corner. And I can snap it then down so everything is aligned up and squared perfectly, right? So then if I go Control D again and rotate it going up, I can then go move and hold down V, click on the red arrow and snap it, snap, snap, till it gets to the end perfectly and let go. 2 minutes, cool. I am right on time, man. And then I'm going to snap this one up just a little so it's perfect. And yes, I'll take this one, Control D. Rotate one more time. Boom. So it's perfectly straight. W. And then hold down V and snap it. Coming this way till it hits the very end. And boom. There's the front part of your crate. Now, here's how you get a little bit more fancy. You can duplicate the top one or the bottom one. Duplicate. Rotate.
Or you could merge all of it, all of those together.
Hold on. Move it over. And now you see I'm using this little button here, right here, or the gizmo. That means it's going to stay parallel. And there you go. Look at that. Right? Let's get to that point. And then we're going to snap. Once we've built that front, guess what we do? We snap that front to the top, the side, the bottom. And there you go. There's a perfectly modeled crate. Then we're going to put some nails in. All right? Next week, we're going to build like a cool barrel. And then we're going to unwrap the both of these and put, hold on. No, you're going to start making the crate now. And then we're going to start to unwrap them and texture them next week. Okay? All right, let me go here.